Hey guys, I am back with another video. I should be reading, but you know what? I figured let me put out some YouTube videos so I can feel somewhat accomplished with my YouTube life. Okay, so I decided to do the Get Your Freak On tag. I know that sounds very interesting, and some of you are like, Courtney, what is that? What is the Get Your Freak On tag? Well, apparently it's made up of 15 weird questions, so they're not necessarily weird, but they're just very random. So let's just get into it. So, question number one, what's a nickname only your family calls you? Well, I guess I could say one nickname that both of my parents call me, but no one else really calls me, is Boo, B-O-O. Although my significant other, he calls me Boo also, but his definition is different from my parents' definition. Let me explain very quickly. When I was born and my parents first looked at me for the very first time, I had one eye open, one eye closed, and my tongue was sticking out. So I was looking at them like this. And my mom was all like, "Oh my gosh, I swear I didn't do drugs. What's wrong with my baby?" And on top of which, I was very light when I came into this world. And that's where my parents kind of decided to call me Boo, because not only did I have a funny look on my face, but I was like white as a sheet, and I guess it reminded them of a ghost or something. So, like I said, my boyfriend's definition of Boo is in a loving way, and my parents' definition of Boo is saying, "Girl, you look like some paranormal activity when you came into this world." Next, number two, what's a weird habit of yours? I guess I could say that one of my weird habits, this was very hard for me because I kind of have a few, but some of them I just don't feel comfortable putting out there on YouTube. So I guess one of my weird ones might be when you know how the right way to sleep on a bed, I know that might sound weird, but like, you know the front of your bed where all your pillows are at? I sometimes flip backwards and sleep with where your feet are supposed to be on one end of the bed. That's where my head goes. Sometimes I completely flip and sleep opposite of the way that I usually do. I don't know. It's just whichever way I land on the bed is the way I sleep. Number three. Do you have any weird phobias? Huh. Any weird phobia? I wouldn't say any of my phobias are weird because most of the things I'm actually kind of. No, 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 never mind. I lied. I do kind of have a weird one. I wouldn't say I have a phobia of balloons because I like balloons. I just don't like it when people have the balloon and they act like they're going to pop it because that sound of a balloon popping, I don't like it. And so whenever I am around balloons, I do actually tend to get a little bit nervous because I'm always kind of like, one of these things is going to pop eventually. I have to get ready for it. And yeah, I guess that's a weird phobia. Number four, what's a song you secretly love to blast and belt out when you're alone? Honestly, guys, anything that has to do with a Broadway musical. Phantom of the Opera, Wicked, Chicago, God, what's that other one? Little Shop of Horrors. I mean, anything. And any type of a Disney song. Yeah, I'm a Disney fanatic. I absolutely love Disney. I love going to Disney World. And anything like that, and I'm blasting it. Number five, what's one of your biggest pet peeves? This one was a little confused, not confusing, but hard for me to think of because I actually have a lot of pet peeves, but I can think of one in particular that makes me so mad to the point it makes me want to slap the person who does it to me. I really hate when I have like a piece of paper or I'm holding something and someone snatches it from me. That to me is very disrespectful and very rude. I don't care if you were playing. I don't, but just know that it gets to the point where I'm shaking and I want to yell at you. Do not snatch something out of my hands. Just saying. Number six, what's one of your nervous habits? I tend to shift around a lot and move. I don't know. I'm a mover when I'm nervous. If that didn't sound too awkward. Seven, what side of the bed do you sleep on? Okay, when you're standing up facing the bed, it's the left, but when you're laying down in the bed, it's the right. There you go. 8. What was your first stuffed animal and its name? I think my very first stuffed animal was a brown bear with a red ribbon tied around its neck. And it wasn't a big bear, it was like a medium-sized one. And I never named it, but I'm pretty sure, if memory serves me correctly, that was my first stuffed animal. But that's one of the oldest ones I have, so I'm just going to go with that. 9. What's the drink you always order at Starbucks? Don't shoot me, guys. Never been to Starbucks. There's like 2 on campus, so I just haven't gone. Sorry. Number 10. What's the beauty rule you preach but never actually practice? Beauty rule that I preach. Really? Nothing? Because I don't know if you guys can tell, I'm not wearing any makeup. Literally none. Like, my lip gloss just has worn away. I don't really do anything as much. So, yep. Natural face. Number 11. Which way do you face in the shower? With my back facing the water? Okay. Number 12. Do you have any weird body skills? None that I know of. None whatsoever. Number 13. What's your favorite comfort food that's bad, but you love to eat it anyways? Brownies are my comfort food. That is so true with me. It was actually really bad in high school because it would get to the point where I would eat a brownie for lunch at school and then come home and eat either 1 or 2 more. And it got to the point where between my my senior year in high school, all throughout my freshman year of college, I never had a brownie because I knew that I was probably really affecting my health. So I actually stopped eating brownies for, I think, over a year. Yeah, and nowadays I could just have like one every once in a while and be perfectly fine. So I conquered my comfort food. 14. What's a phrase or exclamation you always say? I believe it's don't just talk about it, be about it. That's the phrase I carry with me all the time because there's so much I want to do and I may not have time to do it, but I'm still in the process of getting there and working at it. For example, making YouTube videos. I wanted to do that for a while and never really got into it. I was kind of like, no one's going to subscribe to me, no one's going to like me, and people are just going to be on YouTube just being really, really mean, being disrespectful, and all this other stuff. So I always said to just not do it, but I still wanted to. And here I am, doing YouTube. What you know about that? Number 15. Time to sleep. What are you actually wearing? Shorts and a tank top, you nasties. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this very, very weird video I just did. Nobody tagged me, but that's okay. I run this. I decide what goes up. Take care.